What's going on YouTube? It's Brezzy and I sat on it for a couple days. A couple days ago, January 15th was the TNA on the AMC debut. This show got a 1.56 right currently on CageMatch.net, and it's a far cry from the sixes and sevens they was doing on Cage Match, but that's neither here nor there. Now this show had some pros and some cons, and we're gonna attempt to redo the show. I'm gonna take the same card and I'm gonna just tweak it to see if I could do better than what they did. So pros of the show, they're on live TV again. Okay, they're on TV, buddy. I got AMC Plus right now. I got the free trial though. They got 2 months. They don't do nothing in 2 months. I don't know. So that's a pro. Another pro, I guess. Corey Jade, second chance in wrestling, cause fuck it, why not? Cons. Ads during matches, during entrances, during segments. You could say, welcome to commercial. And I thought I got the version of the AMC with no commercials, but apparently that don't exist. The card. The card sucked. The world title match, botchy. Wasn't good. The women's titles match, skippable. It was only 3 matches on a 2-hour show. Dixie Carter, her being on my TV, period, is a con. The Daria Ray segment with Santino. Yet another heel versus face authority figure angle. Now, who wants to see this shit? Who wants to see that again? They just did this. The Elegance brand. Pure cringe. Get it off my TV. But if you're not gonna get it off my TV, make it not cringy. Stacks Santana, Stats Lorenzo versus Santino. Do you care? I don't. Number 3. This is the third con. The roster. The roster's buns. I went over the roster today. They need to sign a bunch of folks. This roster's buns. And the biggest con is the flow. Well, is this the biggest con? What is the biggest con? The fourth con. We're going to say that. The flow of the show. The show is not flowing well at all. It was not. I don't have a comment on the 6-man tag. Didn't see it. I don't have a comment on the AJ Styles segment. Didn't get to see it. And the JDC retirement match, I have no comment on that whatsoever. So, these are my fixes to the presented show in the same order. Now, the same order. I might add in some stuff and I might take out some stuff. But I'm going to try to keep it literally exactly the same. I'm booking this show on hopes and dreams, okay? Hopes and dreams. The hope that people would agree to come in, and the dream of this company having enough money to afford all these people. The finish time is 2 hours or 120 minutes. I got my total tally is around 50, 55 minutes for matches, 30 to 35 minutes for promos, and I counted 19 total entrances, keeping it at 1 to 2 minutes max each person, 30 to 35 minutes of entrances. And I got my ads and I doodled it down, dwindled it down to 7 to 10 minutes of ads. I'm pretty sure the show had about 30 minutes of ads. I'm not even sure how I would have did it. I would have did tail of the tapes, and I would have each individual wrestler be sponsored by whoever. Like Gatorade, I would have Gatorade sponsoring Mike Santana or something. Snickers or whoever, bro. Slim Jim, it don't matter. I just had them sponsoring Kazarian, some shit like that. I probably tell them like who we gonna have win. You want to pay a little bit extra to be the sponsor of the winner? Yeah. Number 1, the AJ Styles segment. I didn't see it, but I heard it wasn't too good. So what I would do is I would have the segment, but have them be interrupted by Kazarian or whoever. But we gonna say Kazarian for this. I would have had Kazarian say some of the effect of, "Oh, we don't want you here. Oh, we don't need you here." get the hell out of my company and go back to where you are. You turned your back on us. You don't belong here. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. And then I had AJ say something. They get face to face, pushes, punches start getting thrown, and then maybe clothesline. He goes out to the ropes. Yeah. He takes off the thing or whatever the fuck. Phenomenal form. Oh shit. Phenomenal form. We out of there. Uh, After that, it goes to the back. They show Kurt Angle on the screen. It's part of those hopes or dreams, whatever. Kurt Angle talk about how big of a deal this is for TNA. Then Kazarian comes out of nowhere. Kurt Angle says, "Oh, are you okay? I seen that forearm, man. Looked like that sucked." And Kazarian's like, "You know what else sucks? You suck. I should kick your ass right now, but I'm not going to, cause you got a broke neck and you can't wrestle." You know, something like that. Hopefully, get some heat off that. Keep it down to 10 minutes. The tag team match, the 6 man, it can stay. The only thing I'd add in James Storm and Steven Michaels. If y'all know who that is, Retno Pro Wrestling. Haven't watched it from the crowd, drinking beers, whatever. This is part of the flow. I, my ad breaks, I've had one after the order for entrance while posing or whatever, and then one. Oh, yeah, and then one after the match. So I put 3 minutes of it of ads after that match. And then after come back from commercial, I had Santino come out, announce that he's been promoted to GM. So he's decided to hire two managers. Then Daria Ray, Sonya Deville, she comes out. She's the GM of the women's division. Then I have Austin Aries come out and be the manager of the X division. Either that or maybe just the men's division as a whole. I don't know. Keep this shit down to 5 minutes. We don't need any more heel authority figures. We don't need that no more. Then I would have made sure he re-signed Jake Doyle. I got insert squash match here. I've had him squash Kerry Awful in 3 minutes. After Kerry Awful talks about, because I think Kerry Awful's from Alabama. I have him talk about how much better Alabama is than Texas. Calling them all Nimrods with big stupid trucks and fat ugly women or some shit like that. Then I have him say, "I'll kick anybody's ass." Wait, where's Jake Doyle from? I don't think he's from Texas. I know he's in AEW now. Where is he from? Where's he from? Where's he from? He's from Michigan. Has he wrestled in Texas? I'm gonna assume he's wrestled in Texas before. And yo, you shouldn't be talking shit about Texas. I should kick your Alabama ass right now. Maybe he could do that. Or maybe Kerry Off can be like, "You Nimrods, and I'll whoop anybody, whether they from Texas or not. As long as you competed in Texas, bring your ass out here and I'll kick your ass." Then Jake Doyle comes out. Ref, he's like this looking at him. Ref rings the bell. And whatever happens, happens. I don't care. Then that celebrity segment happened after this with the dudes with Ryan Nemeth. See, I would have a celebrity segment, but just do the camera going by them with the name at the bottom. And then I have some old TNA legends in the crowd. You know, Eli Skipper, Ken Anderson, Abyss, you know, Matt Morgan, folks like that. After that was the women's title match with Perez Hilton. Skipped the match, didn't care. I got 3 or 4 ways I to go after this. So the match will be 10 minutes. I got 2 minutes of ads in the middle of the match, right? You got 4 ways to go. A, after the match, they win the titles because the Iconics are out of there. They going to AEW most likely. I I would have them healing on the fans, 2 minutes max, and then get up out of there, holding the titles up, getting booed, whatever. Or this is 3 ways I go. It's part of hopes and dreams. Number one, Awesome Kong shows up. Okay, she's now signed to TNA Impact. Option C, the beautiful people come out. They're now in the tag team division. Or D, I had to be interrupted by I don't give it a bad reputation. Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler come out. The heels they run up out of there. It's Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. They're getting they're hitting the skids, hitting the bricks. They're getting up out of there. Ronda Rousey says they're here for tag team gold, and they'll run through anybody to get what they want to get. And then out of there. Match 10 minutes. Whole thing about 15 total. The women's world title shit, I didn't care. But if I go at C on the tag team match, going a different way here. So I keep this down to 7 to 10 minutes. If I go option C or B or C, A, B or C on that's supposed to be fifth. A through C on the fifth segment, then I'm gonna insert Ronda Rousey to this. I had them do the thing. They sign it. She hit it off Santino back. And then it's like a zoom in with both of them. And then all you hear is oh yeah. And then Ronda Rousey comes out. Monster pop, probably big pop, maybe. She gets in the ring. She stares down Zarya. Then she stares down Sol Ruka. See, if this wasn't TNA, I'd have her go to Lee Ying Lee first, then Zarya, then Sol Ruka. But since it's TNA, I gotta go Zarya, Sol Ruka, Lee Ying Lee. And then we end with Ronda Rousey looking, and then she leaves. Don't even say a word. She might stare at the title, and then get up out of there. Dixie Carter wouldn't even have been on the show. Wouldn't have been mentioned one time. Out of there. I would replace that with Myron Reed versus Cedric Alexander. Give him 10 minutes, put 2 minutes of ads, 5 minutes into the match. Oh, that's crazy. I got that replaced with the women's stuff, with the women's tag stuff. Hmm. Wait, do I still got that? I think it was something else at first. I thought it was something else. Uh, oh, you know what? Yeah. So I wanted to move this up to here and then slide this stuff down because of the JDC Eddie Edwards shit. Give them a segment, have them talking face to face, just them two, 3 minutes. After that, I got insert segment here. I got some graphic signings. So plus the injury report, spending 4 minutes max on this. I got uh who would I have? The graphic signings. I got Alex Hammerstone, Harry Smith, Davy Boy Smith Jr., Brock, and C.W. Anderson. That's right, new tag team coming through. New tag team. Let's see. At the end, the main event, it was terrible, awful. Well, it was just bad. It wasn't awful. It was ruined by commercials, a bunch of no selling. It was the finish was rushed, and there was a lot of botches. The fix, no commercials. Last 15 minutes of the show, This whole thing will be 30 minutes long, max, including entrances. And I still have Mike Santana come out. Now, I'm going to go over people I would I would sign, big dream big, right? This is what I would do. Would re-sign some folks and announce it on the show in some type of way. Anyway, assuming I could sign them. So I was gonna do them on this week's show, but I decided I hold off on these three until the next week's show. So Stunt Marshall, guy from the slap. He's a pro wrestler. I've seen him in real life. I signed him. Singles, mid card. I announced him the next week coming out. Jake Doyle, I announced him next week coming out. Then Giovanni Vinci, the next week, I have him a hype package with some cars and some bad bitches. Maybe a 4-seater, nice ass 4-seater. He got about 6 bitches back there. Have him kiss them all. These are other wrestlers I would sign and how I would deal with them. Thrill Billy Silas Mason, singles mid card. A backstage promo with Santino midway through the show. 2 minutes on it, max. Austin Aries, we already announced him during the segment. Donovan Dijak, singles main event. I show him watching from the Rafters during the main event. James Storms, Steven Michaels. I'd have JTG in the backstage promo just saying he came to check the show out, but he's not signed to a contract, just to leave it up in the air. Killer Cross, I've had him as a single in the upper mid card to main event. I got two ways of going with it. A, he will appear in the ring post main event both times, both with Scarlett. But route A, he's gonna choke out the champ, stare at Dijak, and then look at Nemeth, who's gonna be standing at the top of the ramp, right? Or, which the way I would probably go, he's gonna appear in the ring, stare at the guy. They gonna look up at Dijak. He's gonna be looking fucking pissed. Then they're gonna be looking up at Nick Nemeth at the top of the ramp, visualizing we got 4 guys now. I said 4 contenders. One is the champion. Four main eventers. I got the graphic signings all in the same segment. And this would be controversial. But if they want to get some headlines, this is how you do it. He's been waiting for a chance to come back to wrestling. Early in the show, or maybe next week, Velveteen Dream theme hits. He comes out. I probably have him come out because Stacks, Montana, Santana, Lorenzo, him and Santino daughter had a segment on the show that I left out on purpose. But if they did still want to have it in there, I had them in the ring being assholes. And then Santino says, or maybe Austin Aries says it. Maybe Austin Aries could be like, you guys are being dicks. There's only one way to deal with a dick. You gotta beat it. And I got somebody who's gonna come beat you two dicks. Or beat you dicks right now or something. And then it goes black. Then everything turns purple. Then all you hear is, ow! Wait, what's his theme? How does his theme song go? Velveteen Dream theme song.
Lil BXNDZ from iHeartRadio.
What? Turn that music off. That shit was trash. What the fuck was that? What did I just see? Okay. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? It's somewhere right here. Ad. Uh, I really want to buy YouTube Premium, but if anything over $5 is too much to me. Okay, I don't Velveteen Dream, whatever. I have him come out and just whoop his ass. But I think that name is trademarked by WWE. I'm not sure. I'm not sure how that works. If it is, he come out as Patrick Clark, have a robe that says controversial on the back or something, right? Lean into it a little bit, but maybe not have him doing this shit. I don't know. Maybe he could. He could wrestle. He can wrestle anybody. Now I got signings who on the bubble about, signing for short term, definitely not main event, definitely not long term. I got Lars Sullivan. I got Ryback. I got Teddy Hart. And I got Veer Mahan. Nothing wrong with Veer Mahan. I just wouldn't keep him on my show too long. He's coming still to this day. Women's signings all announced following week except uh, Ronda and Shayna. I got Dakota Kai. Got Scarlett, obviously. Shotzi Blackheart. Bozilla, if I could poach her. And then ODB, one drunk bitch. Okay. And then another thing I would have did was I would have added vignettes throughout the show from ex TNA wrestlers, trying to get them to talk about how big of a moment it is, and their favorite moment from being in the company. So I got Ken Anderson, Booker T, Kurt Angle, Ken Shamrock, Mick Foley, Matt Morgan, Amazing Red, Nick Aldis, Eli Skipper. I already said Abyss, and maybe a couple more people who I'm not thinking of. Maybe Robert Roode or something. And then I seen this online. This is the card for next week. Uh, they need to be signing folks ASAP. Jeff Hardy versus Mustafa Ali. Kind of looking forward to it. Core Jade. Don't really care. Feast of Fire. I don't know who's finna get fired. I don't know. The System. They got a new member. And M by Elegance versus Indy Hartwell. I care about neither one of those two people. But they only announced 2 matches. They need to be signing people ASAP. If you think I did a better job than them, let me know. I think this is way better. I don't even think what they did was remotely close to what I want to do. Right? They got 55 minutes of matches. They had about, and this is matches like you see. I got ad time right here. So these are like full screen ads. You will see 55 minutes of wrestling. But technically, there's like 60 total, 65 total. Yeah, man. If you think I did a better job than TNA, let me know. Uh, Let me know. Maybe they need to hire me. They need to bring back Scott Demore. That's what TNA needs to do. They need to do that fast.